Hey guys, Bart from TST Industries here. Welcome to TST Garage. In this episode, we will be focusing on the installation of the Running Mate running light module that we've just produced. This unit enables you to connect a simple single circuit signal lamp to a bike and get running light functionality. In front of me, you see several different lamps that we produce and sell. We'll just pick one of these for our example installation. They're all exactly the same in how they operate. They do have a single circuit. This means only one set of lamps inside, therefore you have a positive and a ground. Now, if you want running lights from this type of a lamp and you only have one circuit inside, it's not really capable of doing that unless you add on a different circuit. This is why we make this. Our lamps, as well as many aftermarket lamps out there, are pretty standardized with the type of connection that they use. These are 3.5 millimeter bullet connectors. The male side is usually crimped on signals. Now, this is not an official industry standard, but through observation of other companies like ours and others have decided, hey, let's do it this way. This is pretty standard, why not? So for that purpose, we've outfitted the Running Mate with the female version of these connectors, and we also pin out to the same color code that is found on our signals. So no worries there, they just plug in, and then you have an input set of wires with three functions. You have a ground, a signal lead, and a running light lead. Now the electronics inside this capsule actually take care of knocking down the brightness of your light in running mode down to 80%. And then when you initiate your signals, they cut off the running light and go up to 100% for the blinking portion of signaling. Now this is very simple, you just couple it up, this is ready to plug in, but as you can see, we do have bullet connectors here, and most bikes have some other kind of OEM style plug. So for the different bikes out there, we do sell different types of harness converters, we call them. One side terminates in OEM style connection, the other side terminates in 3 conductors that we plug this into, and then we make that connection into the bike. Now, there is another type of connection out there on different bikes that requires a little bit more ingenuity and one extra set of parts. We will not be covering it in this particular installation, but I want to let you know that we do have a separate video to showcase how that is done. And this is basically for the bikes that have a 2-conductor plug and only a single circuit lamp from the factory. Now, if you only have 2 conductors from the factory, how do you connect it? Well, still use our Running Mate, and you have 1 wire left over, and that particular kit comes with a separate connection kit for that 1 wire that's left over to put into a switched 12-volt power source. This separate switched power source can be found within the bike, and we will delve into that in our separate video. The link to this video will be provided for you in the description of this video we're shooting now. For now, let's just focus on how we're going to install this in today's episode. What you see in front of me is a stock signal lamp from a Honda Grom. It does have 3 conductors. It is a dual circuit. It does have a running light and signal light capability. Once this comes off, I've already explained how this setup works with our Running Mate. Now we have a very simple 3-to-3 converter that we do sell for many different bikes. Now this is just a Honda version. There is a different Honda version for the rally bikes and a couple different ones, so they only really vary in the type of connection and length. The installations across the board will be the same. We'll be installing this on a Honda Grom, but this is basically the same process that you follow for all the different bikes that we do sell the 3-to-3 converter for. All right, what you see here is a pre-configured connection between our BL6 signal and our Running Mate. The remainder of the pre-configuration is just getting the color codes right with this connection, and lucky for us, we color coded everything the same, so you go red to red, blue to blue, brown to brown, and this is ready to go. We do have little insulating caps that fit together here. I have a tendency to not want to trust these, so what I like to do is put another layer of protection from short circuits around these caps. I take a little bit of black electrical tape and I tape my insulating caps in place. It's done like this. It's basically meant to make them not move around. I would do this to all these connections, and then this can plug right into the bike. We'll actually perform this on the bike itself. We're done on the table. Let's hop on over. I have chosen the Honda Grand because it's very easy to open up these connecting locations, and it's very easy to show you guys on video what we're doing here. Let me quickly demonstrate the running light, no running light phenomenon here. This lamp has a 3 conductor connector. It's connected in. This is an OEM lamp for this bike, so it has the running light and then signal light. So you can see the signal light is actually brighter than the running light. Our signals have a single brightness, single circuit, capable of only lighting up when something tells it to. Now, this is what the Running Mate is actually for. So a typical connection means here will be to first install your signal lamps properly, make sure that you have proper length of wire to reach everything. Then we will connect our harness converter. For this purpose, we have the Honda specific 3-to-3 converter. We'll grab our Running Mate using the specific color code that we've developed for our equipment. We will make the connection. This means blue to blue, red to red, brown to brown. Get these insulating caps in there and the females set around them so that they are captured in place. But like I said in my intro, I do not trust just that. I do like to get some electrical tape over these guys and make sure that they are actually locked down. If for some reason during road vibration while riding, these things slip out of each other, you may end up like this with a hot contact with current flowing through it. It'll touch ground somewhere, blow a fuse. We don't want to do that. So this is why I like to lock them down. Now at this point, the bike should be powered down. We do have exposed connections here. Your bike is powered on. It's very likely that we can cause a short circuit and blow a fuse. So make sure you work with the bike powered down. Nice neat package here. Now we'll just need to match the color codes between our signal and our Running Mate. Black to black, yellow to yellow, very simple. Now, make sure that these guys are slipped over and there's no metal exposed before we go any further. Let's go ahead and test this. Here we go. I've just connected my Running Mate to this signal lamp. As you can see, it's about 20% dimmer than signaling, but it's staying on in the running light function. I will now initiate the signal. And now we have full brightness flashing at the rate set by your flasher relay. That's pretty much it. I'm going to put my insulator locking tape over these insulators over the contacts. And then at that point, I would basically jump on over to the other side and perform the steps on the other side lamp, reassemble everything physically, and then the bike would be ready to go. Just want to mention that on some other bikes, the installation will vary with access, with the type of converter that you're using, and several nuances that are pretty much independent of the flow that I just showed you. Once you neaten everything up, reassemble everything, we're ready to go.